Hello and blessings, beautiful souls. Saravá and Axé to you. How are you today? Today I have an unboxing of the beautiful witch's roots. Is that upside down? No, that's right. I have here this unboxing and it's been sitting here for a little while, so I wanted to get through it. And following this video, my new playlist for beginner witches will begin. So please do bear with me as I share with you the beautiful content that is found within the witch's roots. If you are not familiar with the witch's roots, then please know that they are made by the Witch's Moon. If you Google Witch's Moon or the Witch's Moon, you'll be able to find their website, and there you are going to find 3 different types of subscription boxes that are directly suitable to the discerning witch. They have the Witch's Moon, which is a ritual moon box. They have the Witch's Bounty, which is a sacred adornment subscription box. I'm wearing a Witch's Bounty right now. This was last month, I think, and this is Prenite, and it's beautiful, and I love it, and I've got a lot to say about that, so that's a new video in the future. And then they have the Witch's Roots, which is a utility type of subscription box. In it you get that which is necessary or helpful for you to start to build a bit of an apothecary, as well as a few other ritual items that you can put to good use. This is a box that's made for the hands-on witch, essentially. All of their boxes are, but this one here is that grassroots, simple. Everything that you will find within these boxes is just so easy to use, and you can collect them, store them, build up your own witch's apothecary, and then you are going to have, you know, a herb, a tool for every occasion. So there we have it. This is the Witch's Roots. Let's get stuck into the unboxing. So we are going to now open the box. I'm going to do this awkwardly, facing you. There we go. That's the view when you first open the box. Let's go through the content, shall we? We have here the letter. The letter is comprised of information pertaining to the theme, as well as the items that you are going to find within the box. They go through a great deal of detail to outline the whys and the hows of the theme, as well as a good deal of information pertaining to the items that they have selected to use within the box. So it's a very helpful little piece of paper to hold on to. Let us have a look. The Granted Wish. That is the theme here, the Granted Wish. And so, in this particular Witch's Root box for the month of May, you are going to find Blue Cornflower, and they do put in a very decent portion of herb within the Witch's Roots, which I really, really appreciate. Then we have Fae Ritual Body Oil. Yummy. Then a Wish Upon Affirmation Spell Candle. Their spell candles are made of beeswax. They are sheets of beeswax that have been rolled. They come in all different types of colors, or shades I should say, of colors, and sometimes they even add a few little bits and pieces to really enhance it, like a little bit of glitter or a crystal or a little charm that's pushed into the candle. So each one is very unique each and every time, but the candles on their own are absolutely amazing for spellcraft, and I have loved using mine. Then we have Celtic Butterfly Pendant with chain, and Honey Calcite Tumbled Stone. Yes. Lavender Sky Ritual Cone Incense. That's another thing that you are going to always find within the Witch's Roots, is a type of incense. Now, sometimes you'll get stick, sometimes you'll get rope, sometimes you'll get cone, and sometimes you may even get like a loose mix incense to be burned on, you know, charcoal. So keep that in mind. Then we have a Blue Cornflower Herbal Grimoire artwork, and that is another staple of most of their boxes, is a unique artwork that fits the theme of the box itself. So let's have a little bit of a read about the actual theme and the intentions that have been placed within the box. So please do bear with me. The true realm that our practice resonates within is that of wishes and intentions. There are many small yet powerful ways to bring our manifestations into reality. These can simply be cast within a ritual focused around positive and direct thinking. When working to bring our wishes to fruition, we rely on the energy of nature and all of the blessings that accompany her power. Not the power, but her power. As we rid ourselves of shallow and unnecessary concepts of achievement and success, we become aware of the true value of pure intentions. These intentions are the most potent and will reap the highest rewards. As we sit with our thoughts and wishes, it is so necessary to become serious and silent. Indeed, I really agree with this. For this sacred time is where magic and energy are truly manifested. In this collection, we have put together the tools necessary to focus on the positive, pure, and joyful aspects of our manifestation work. The magical items in these boxes are as follows, and I read them all out to you. So, let's delve in. I love the theme. I love the idea behind the theme. Manifestation is a hot topic. I'm starting to move away from the word manifestation and my desire and like to use it. I feel that as I embed deeper into my roots and my ancestral practice, what I'm talking about when I speak of manifestation, of calling something to you, of bringing in your hopes, your dreams, your desires, your needs, that to me is magic. That to me is a spell. And so I'm going to start to wean myself off the word manifestation, but it still serves as a really great descriptive for those who are quite new to the craft, or for those who are struggling to find the right language and words that pertain to their descriptions. When we first start out on the path of the witch, it can be very uncomfortable to use the word spell. There is something about the word spell that can be quite triggering. Likewise, there's something about the word witch that can be quite triggering. So when we use the term manifestation, it is a softer, more palatable, some might say, word to really describe what is in essence a spell or an act of magic. Nevertheless, I've gone on a tangent and we shall now return to the contents of the box, which looks like this. Isn't that beautiful? I happen to love blue cornflower. I tend to buy it in bulk. Whenever somebody gives me some blue cornflower, I'm pretty happy. I think it makes, I sprinkle it on my altar. It adds this really beautiful pop of color to your incenses, to your dream pillows, to your candle dressings, and you know, there's so many ways that you can use blue cornflower. And I happen to really enjoy it, and you will most often than not find it scattered on my altar, with the exception of this altar because it's a Samhain altar, and as such I didn't feel like using it here on this occasion, but most of the time. Okay, so this is the Book of Shadows artwork, blue cornflower, and their Book of Shadows artworks are just beautiful. They are all custom made for the Witch's Moon for their specific boxes. The Witch's Moon per se, the larger box, come with a full-sized Book of Shadows artwork, whereas the Bounty and the Roots, the Witch's Bounty and the Witch's Roots, they come with these more diminutive types of artwork, which can still be added to your Book of Shadows, and it's on very, very good, lovely cardstock. So there we have it. I'm really looking at this. Name of origin, it's from Europe. Bachelor's buttons, other names, blue bonnet, blue bottle, very nice. Element earth, air and water, celestial influence, Saturn, Mercury and Venus, colors blue hue, gold, silver. Stones, calcite blue, goldstone, charite, iolite and sugilite. Animals, goldfish, horse, scorpion and swallow. Magical beings, cress, chiron, the centaur, the fae, flora, and more. Mystical properties or magical properties, strengthens psychic abilities, especially clairvoyance and clairaudience, improves awareness, self-knowledge and intuition, to name but a few. There's more, but that's part of the reason why I choose to scatter it on my altar. As a person who does a lot of spirit work and as a professional tarot and oracle reader, I like to use what I can to really help me to create that environment, you know, where I do that specific type of work. And it's important for me to create the best of environments in which to do my readings. So blue cornflower, oftentimes on there. This time though I have rose and Yabra Santa. So in case anyone cared, rose, Yabra Santa, A few other bits and bobs actually. Nevertheless, we're at the second layer now. This is what it looks like. Look at that blue, beautiful, I was gonna say blue. It's purple, look at that purple. For all you purple lovers out there, it's a popular color within witchcraft, purple. Okay, let's get at it one thing at a time. We have this little box right here, this little box, this beautiful little box, which we are now going to open. It's a little cardboard box, very sturdy one, mightn't you? And inside, you're seeing it before I'm seeing it. Inside you are going to get that. And what we have here is oh, this is pretty. This is really pretty. And it smells nice. That's possible. This is a spread your wings. Let me see if I can bring that up close. There we go. Isn't that pretty? Oh, it's lovely. And on the back you can see there, if I can get it to turn around, that is, it says, oh, clumsy me. It says, spread your wings. I'm not doing this right. There we go. You get the gist. Okay, I'm next reaching for this little bad boy here. And this looks like it is the dropper for the oil that comes in this box. Now, the Witch's Roots has the largest of oils. So if you are familiar with the Witch's Bounty, they come with a certain size oil, and it's the oil, let me see if I can find it. Oh, that's not it. This one right here, for instance, that's a traditional sized oil. That is another traditional sized oil. But the Witch's Root comes with something different, and that is why they give you this little dropper, this little glass dropper, which is very handy. It's very, very handy, let me tell you. Oh, here we have the cone incense. There we go. We have a good amount. We have a good amount of this cone. Is it blurry? Can you see? There we go. Oh, yum! I'd like to burn one of these actually. If that is at all possible, can we do that? Can we do that? I'm loving it. I'm gonna put this here. Would you believe that I actually burnt a piece of rope incense, or yeah, a thing of rope incense, and it fell onto my table and it burned my table. Why am I holding this? I was going for matches. Okay, I just really want to see what it smells like. I'm always a bit funny about cone incense. It's not a type of incense that I tend to gravitate towards. I used to make my own cone incense, believe it or not. There we go. We've got a little action, and now I have to blow it out, so just bear with me. So that's gonna do its little thing over there. Yeah, they're just a little bit smokier. I find cone incense is just that little bit smokier. The stick incense, it tends to be more fragrant, more of a solid fragrance, whereas I find the cone incense has a very smoky kind of fragrance. Okay, so here we have the oil, and it's important to note that everything is wrapped up very carefully so that when they ship it all the way from the Americas, nothing gets damaged. And I have been receiving these boxes for well over a year, and I think only one was damaged, and that was because of mistreatment. Like, the box looked like somebody had played football with it, so that's not their fault, obviously. It's our carrier's fault. There we go. That is the nice big bottle of oil, and look at that oil in there. Look at how it just dances in there. It's so beautiful. Look at that. That to me is mesmerizing. I could watch somebody just do that on camera, like ASMR style, over and over again. And maybe a tap on the bottle a little bit. I'm gonna sniff this one because it's important. Oh, it smells like a lolly. Get on my skin. Oh, and some blue cornflower came out. on my skin. Yes, it did. It smells like a lolly, like a child's lolly. Holy doolies. Oh my gosh, it's so sweet. It smells like a syrup. It's that sweet. I like it. Oh gosh, that is sweet. Very interesting. Very, very interesting aroma. Very, 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 very sweet. I can't tell you more than that how sweet it is. Okay, so here we have the spell candle, and it comes wrapped up in a piece of tissue paper with a little bit of sticky tape around it like that. And I'm excited. I am excited. I have quite a bit of love for their... Oh, yay! Look at it! This one here has been glitterized and rolled in blue cornflower and is the color yellow. So this is beautiful. Oh my gosh. And it's made of beeswax, so it has that yummy scent to it. But very, very pretty. Look at that. Isn't that gorgeous? Now, just to give you some context, I've got one behind me here. This is a full-size candle that you will get in the witch's, that's upside down, in the witch's moon, and this is a half-size candle that you, oh, there we go, a half-size candle that you get in the witch's roots. So there you have it. You get a full-size one in the witch's moon. But these are great for really quick spells. They're beeswax, they're rolled, they burn really quickly. So you can sit there and literally spend time with your spell work and watch as it burns down. Once it has burnt down, you can then dispose of the remnants of your spell appropriately, mind you. But it happens quickly. I'm not talking about within seconds, I'm talking about within, you know, moments, 10, 15 minutes. It's gonna be down, maybe 20. I've never timed it, but I just know it's a lot quicker. So something to think about, hey? And it's not so quick that you couldn't split it up over a couple of days. If you're doing like a 3-day spell or a 5-day spell or something like that, you can burn a little bit, burn a little bit, burn a little bit, burn a little bit. You know how it goes. And you can just sit there and watch it, and that'll work fine as well. You've got options, folks. You've got options, and it's nice to have options, isn't it? You tell me. Okay. This next one, we have the crystal, I feel. And all of their stones come in these beautiful little satin baggies. Oh, look at that. Honey calcite. Can you dig it? This is a rich, rich color. Got a little rainbow in it. Small piece. I want to bring it nice and close so that you can have a really good look at it. Look at it, isn't it beautiful? I love that. I am really appreciating how the predominant color here is that honey golden color. I mean, the candle is that yellowy golden honey color. The calcite, there's a theme going on here. And a little golden baggie. Okay, so here we come to the herb, and you get a really good selection of herb in here. This is, of course, the blue cornflower, and you get a really good selection, as I've just previously stated. And you know, this is something that you could decant into a small jar. Something you could even like gently peel the label off this, because you can, because it's a sticky label, and you can stick it on your jar. Or you can create a tea stained or coffee stained label all of your very own if that floats your boat. But it's really helpful to decant these types of things, to put them in jars, and as you do, to customize your label. It doesn't even have to be fancy. You can just get a sticky and write on it in pen. It doesn't have to be anything elaborate. The most important thing is that you make sure that you have got yourself some details on that box, or bottle I should say, that will help you to determine what to do with it. And so we can't always remember, not all of us are born with a photographic memory. Sadly, I'm certainly not. But it's helpful when you can have your herb and then the listed, you know, magical properties, at least 3 or 4 of them if you can find them. And that way, when you are on the fly, organizing yourself a good little spell working on a new full, dark, whatever kind of moon or special day for that matter, you can have a look at your apothecary and everything's laid out there for you, as opposed to just having the name of the herb itself or the botanical itself on the bottle. I mean, you know, it helps as an identifier, but in that moment, if you are needing some extra information to know whether or not it would be a good idea to add that to your ritual or spell, then you have to go and get a reference book, and you have to do that in the moment, and that kind of stunts the spontaneity of a spell. So I find the more you can do ahead of time, the better prepared you are for that moment where you're like, oh my gosh, yes, it's new moon and I'm feeling this like, whoa, burst of energy and I really want to create something amazing. What am I going to do? What have I got at my disposal? Boom, go and have a look at your apothecary. If you've labeled everything, you know, appropriately, it'll be like, I'll take one of those, one of those, one of those, one of those, and bring it all here and put it all together, and it's there. The information is just there at your fingertips. Little pro witch tip for you there, if there's such a thing. Can there be a pro witch tip? You tell me, is there such a thing as a pro witch tip? Comment below. Right, blue cornflower, on a tangent. Whew, it's a good day for communications today. Miss Avalon is like communication central at the moment. What is this? Oh, this is nice. I don't know what it is. It's like a little offering bowl. What was this? It's like a little, like a cool little offering bowl. That's what it looks like on the back. And that's what it looks like to the side. What is it supposed to be? It's got like a triskelion. Fairies, herb, and a triskelion, which is a Celtic symbol. I must look this up. I must look it up. Artwork. There is nothing. There's nothing in there about this. I'm mystified. I'm mystified. Exciting. It's just exciting. And it looks like a little offering bowl, a little ritual offering bowl. That's, ooh. Put this little honey calcite in there. That would look nice, wouldn't it? Would that look nice? Some herbs. Ooh, yes, you can play around with it. And that is it. That is it, beautiful souls. That was everything in the box. So to recap, we have this mystery Triskelion Fae bowl, like miniature bowl, which is exciting. Then we have the honey calcite, which is this bad boy right here, a tiny little tumblestone of that. We have the candle, which is beautiful, honey, and so on. Then we have the butterfly pendant, which is in there. Please appreciate that it's hard to... I better get that. Right, here it is. I was about to say, please appreciate that it's hard to tilt this forward without dropping it, but I dropped it. So here is the ritual body oil and the accompanying dropper. So very nice inclusion there. You also have the Book of Shadows artwork, the Cornflower Book of Shadows artwork, the cornflower itself, for which the theme of this box has been surrounded. Did that make sense? No, I don't think it did. The lavender cone incense, which I have one burning right now. Lavender, yes, but a bit smoky. But like I said, that's just my own personal little like and dislike. And then the inventory list. So there we have it. That was the entire Witch's Roots. So I'm pretty stoked. I'm pretty stoked with the items in this box. And I say that because they are super practical, like I have already said. Super duper practical. I really love that this was blue cornflower. I love it. And oh, there's just so much fun that you can have with these boxes. So much fun. Now they give you a certain amount of information and a theme to focus on, but of course you don't necessarily need to follow that theme. It's an idea, it's an instructional. But if you've got some other burning desire and you look at the items in this box and you think, wow, they would be really, really good for that desire, then why not utilize them in a way that speaks to you intuitively? There we have it. So let me know your thoughts on this month's Witch's Roots box by the lovely The Witch's Moon company, which is, yes, trademarked. I noticed it. I noticed stuff like that. Anyway, I'm going to be touching base with you guys soon. Give this one a thumbs up. Share it around if it floats your boat. Subscribe if you haven't already, because exciting things to come. I keep hinting to it, exciting things to come. So there we have it, beautiful souls. I'll be talking to you very, very soon. Have an amazing day. Wishing you so much love, luck, peace, and joy. Mwah.